What's up, gang, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Triple C's. Look, guys, let me know how y'all did this past week in the stock market, guys. We knocked it out of the park with a lot of our plays. Just let me know how you guys did. I hope you guys are having a very nice Thanksgiving, enjoying the family, the food, and all of that good stuff. Okay, guys. But look, man, these are the stocks I am going to be watching this week. All right. All right, guys, look. So first up on the list, okay, we have Walmart. Okay, y'all know we love Walmart on this channel, gang. We just been killing it with Walmart all year long. Okay, so this is one of my long-term investments, but we also we are in and out of this with options. Okay, our options contract, we've been killing it. All right. So currently, at the time of this recording, Walmart is sitting at $110.51. Okay, and I told you, man, I see this going to 115 by the end of the year, or definitely at the beginning of next year. Okay, and we've been in this since it was like 90 something dollars, 80 something dollars. Okay, so we've been at Walmart for a while. But look, guys, I look at a company like Walmart, guys, and I look at their revenue. I just see, guys, they're bringing in a lot of money. Okay, so Walmart is a very profitable company. When we look at their recent quarterly earnings, guys, they smashed their estimates by $4 billion. Okay, so they were estimated to bring in 175, and they brought in 179 billion. Okay, so they're up 5% year over year. Then the earnings per share, guys, they brought in, the earnings per share was estimated to be 59 cents, but they actually brought in 77 cents, okay, for the earnings per share. And then you take a look at the analyst ratings. We got analysts, the analysts got it going to $121, okay? And there's other analysts like Bank of America and Morgan Stanley. They see it going to 125. We got Telsey Advisory and companies like D.A. Davidson. They see it going to as high as $130. Okay, and I'm actually right there with them. Okay, because the amount of revenue that they bring in. So when you scroll down to the income statement, actually hit the little tab that says net income. So we want to see how much money that they're actually keeping. Okay, obviously they're a very profitable company. So the last 2 quarters, $7 billion and $6 billion is what they actually kept out of those 100 and something billion. Okay, which is amazing. Okay, this current quarter that we're in, guys, is the holiday season. Okay, so they're expected to bring in even more revenue for this quarter, which bodes well for their next report, which is going to be reporting on this current quarter that we're in. Okay, so this all looks very, very, very promising for Walmart. Okay, but look, one more thing, guys. Let's look at the charts. Okay. Now, guys, so when I look at the chart, like I said, we see it at the $110.51. Okay, so what am I looking for on this chart, guys? So I see currently this is the all-time high. Okay, so we don't know what the next ceiling is for Walmart. Okay, it very well may be the 115. Okay, so we do already have some options plays that we're riding, guys. A strike price of 110, and we have some that are a strike price of 115. Okay, so we have our stop losses in already, and we're just riding the wave right now, guys, to see where it's going next. Like I said, it very well could be the 115 to the 130. Okay, but so I like to pay attention to where did it just come from, so I can know where it might fall back to. Okay, because the stock market doesn't just go in one direction, guys. It doesn't just go up. It goes up and it comes back down. Okay, so if we fall back down tomorrow or next week, any point next week, I can see it coming down to 104. Okay. So I would be looking to scoop some up here, and if 104 doesn't hold, then I would definitely like to get it down here at the true resistance level, at the 101 to 102 level. Okay, anywhere from 100 to 102 down here is the true resistance, and this is where Wall Street likes to buy it, and this is where like the people like to load up on it. Okay, but with that being said, guys, I am looking for Walmart to continue to rise next week. All right, now, guys, this next stock I want you guys to keep your eyes on is Uber Technologies. Okay. I told you guys this recently became one of my long-term plays as well, okay? Because for a while they weren't profitable, but as of I think like a year or so ago, they became profitable and they became one of my long-term stocks, okay? But look, at the time of this recording, we got Uber sitting at $87.54, okay? So it's on the rise after bouncing off of key levels at around $83, okay? So look, I'm going to be looking for Uber next week, guys, to fill the gap at 90, okay? Because I don't see any resistance between here and $90, okay? And I'd like to see it break past the 90, because if it breaks past the 90, then it's definitely going to around $100, okay? But when we look at the revenue of Uber, guys, Uber is killing it with the revenue, okay? So their last quarterly report, they brought in $13 billion, okay? So they beat their estimate by $205 million. And they just smashed their earnings per share. The estimate was 68 cents, and it actually turned out to be $3.11. Okay, and you see the analysts have it as a strong buy at 117. Okay, with Morningstar Research have it as a fair value of $93. Okay, so there's a lot of positive signs and a lot of bullish signs that I'm seeing here for Uber, guys. Okay, so that's why I'm bringing it to you guys so you guys can get in now, or whenever you feel comfortable and after doing your own research, and we can ride the wave up together. All right, so one more stock I want you guys to keep your eyes on is Lyft. Okay, we've been rinsing and repeating and making money with Lyft over and over. Okay, so I told you guys last week, guys, that it was going to bounce off that 19. Okay, because that's where the resistance was, and that's where people like to buy it at. And then of course it closed the weekend at 21. Okay, so we are doing great with Lyft. Okay, now as far as Lyft goes, guys, I don't see this as a long-term stock yet. Okay, this is just a short-term trade. Okay, be in and out of it a couple of weeks to a couple of months until we see them solidify themselves as a long-term stock. And the way I see them doing that, guys, is to continue to integrate the autonomous driving and be a huge player in that space. Okay, and then they can become a long-term stock for me. Okay, but right now they're just a quick trade to be in and out for a couple of weeks to a couple of months. Okay, but look, our long-term target for this right now, we see it going to 26. Okay, if everything keeps going well for them. All right, but it does have a tendency to move slow sometimes. Okay, so don't be surprised if it comes back down and tests the 19 again. Okay, before bouncing back up. All right. Now, at this point, we don't want to see it go below the 19. Okay, it shouldn't be going below the 19. Okay, if it does, then there might be some issues there. But that's what we got for Lyft, guys. I want you to keep your eyes on that one. We do have some options plays going on this one as well. You can go see that over at crazycryptocliff.com in the members area. I have all the plays posted for you guys. All right, gang. Look, if you want to get some free stocks, download the Moo investment app, gang. I have the link at the top of the description for you guys. All right. But look, that is all I have for you guys in this particular video. I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Remember to stay disciplined and let's get this money.